Hello everyone, this is Mahesh, Vice President of Technology in Pluto 7, and welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GCP with Mahesh. In our today's video in Think and Design in GCP video series, the question is something like this. You have a table in BigQuery and the table size is around 138 KB and the number can change vary. The number is not an important thing. So it has a table size. That's an important thing here. And this data is also available in Google Cloud Storage. So in whatever the format, it could be in CSV or in any other format which BigQuery can accept. You have a requirement to make this table size, the one which I have highlighted here, to be 0 in BigQuery. Let me repeat, the table size has to be 0 in BigQuery, but you should still be able to do your BigQuery activity like querying it, running it via SQL, all those things you should be able to do it. How are you going to achieve this? So think about a solution, pause the video and come back with a possible solution. Hope you have got a solution now. So as usual, I have a solution which may not be one of the best solution, but a possible solution. Let's get into the solution. All right, we are in our GCP console. I have already loaded the same data. So this is my data set and I have a table called as user table. And this was a screenshot which I had shared it in the presentation. So this is the table size. And if I just go to the preview, I can see the data and it was an open source data which I just got it, and if you see you can query it. So one of the best practice in BigQuery is never use star. So let's try to use something like this, first name, and try to query it. We should be able to do it. So just trying to set the stage here. Looks good. But what was the requirement which was given to us? The table size, if you go to the details, which is the metadata information, this table size has to be 0. What is the solution? The solution which I am trying to showcase today is we can use the concept of external tables. So the data can reside in Google Cloud Storage. That was a requirement. So let me just quickly show you that. So if I just go to storage, the data I have already uploaded that data. So if I click on storage, I have a bucket created, and since this is primarily data processing, right, I just wanted to give you one small tip. Usually when you're doing such things, please make sure the storage class is regional. This is very important. Usually data engineers will work on data processing, building pipelines, querying data warehouse. So in that case, preferably use a regional storage class. Don't use a multi-regional storage class. A small tip. And this is the bucket name, and in the bucket I have a Parquet file, the same thing. Now let's go back to our BigQuery and try to see how using external tables can make our table size 0 in BigQuery. So let me just go to BigQuery. We are back here. So what we'll do is we'll create a new table. So to create a new table, click on your data set. On your right hand side you will get a create table option. Click it and we will use it from Google Cloud Storage. That's the most important thing. Let me browse it and it should show my Parquet file. Yes, it shows. Select it and it selects the format automatically. That's the smartness of the interface there. Now the most important concept. The moment you select storage, right, you get two options, a native table and an external table. If it's native, right, the storage is also in BigQuery, but you don't want to duplicate the data and make the data where it is, and you want to make the system smarter. As you know, Google Cloud Storage is a blob storage. You cannot do any action on it. It can store data, but it cannot do any querying on those things. But if you want to make your storage more smarter, this could be another option. Just make it as external, meaning the data stays in Google Cloud Storage only. There's no copy created. That's the beauty of that. And let's make it as user table or user data. underscore external with table size 0. I'm just making up some names which makes it very good. Since it's Parquet file, you don't need to define any schema. That's another biggest advantage of it. Schema is part of the source itself. That's it. Go click create and you should see the solution working in action. So let's wait for the table to be created. Let me just scroll this up. You see that? Now the most important thing is you should always refer your metadata information. That's where you can come to know that. You see that this is the schema, exactly the same thing. Click on details and boom. What we wanted, we have achieved it. You see the table size is 0 and number of rows, even though it has number of rows, it will not show the number. So for example, if you click on the table, which is a native table, you see there are almost like 1,000 rows. But in an external table, you'll not get those information because it's external, right? The system is designed in such a way that if it's native, you get some benefits. If it's external, you get some benefits. It's a trade-off. You need to make sure what you want. Here it is table size is 0. This was a business requirement. We achieved it. But what are the things which we are going to lose if it's an external table? First is the number of rows. This is a metadata information that cannot be read on the fly. So that is a reason, like when you're looking into the metadata, you will not see that. And quickly you may see that there's no preview option. And if it's a native table, you get a preview option. So here, if I want to do the same thing, what I can just do is I can just I'll just copy this and I'll just query this table again. I just wanted to use the query same table, but make sure it is a external table. And you should see the output will remain the same, and the moment the data size increases, because it's external table, right, you may have some performance impact, the duration, how fast it processes, you may have slight impact on it. But the purpose is you should not duplicate your data. If that is a business use case, you have made your dumb Google Cloud storage into a more intelligent storage, but by putting a query engine on top of it. So that is the stuff. You see, you are able to query it, and the requirement which was mentioned, table size is 0. Alright, coming back as a recap, what we have achieved by looking into this think and design in GCP video series is you can make the table size 0 in BigQuery, still able to query the data. To do this, you need to make the table as an external table. So it could be from Google Cloud Storage. That is one of the possible options. Hope the video is helpful. Thank you for watching.